Hello, everybody, and welcome to another mini episode with me, DJ Batman. And today we're going to talk about the little hot water that Disney just got themselves in, which might end up really hurting them. Which, to be honest, I hope it does, but that's just because I'm not a big fan of what they've been doing lately. But anyways, got this article here, and I'm also going to read the thing that Disney has been given by Florida for Disney World as well. So we're going to go and jump on into this. Article is Florida Governor Ron DeSantis wants to punish Disney but won't go after its corporate tax breaks. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis continues to go after Disney on Friday in opposition to the state's Parental Rights and Education Act, known to critics as the Don't Say Gay law, saying it's receptive to the state's legislature revoking special privileges to the companies received, but he refused to go after the corporate tax breaks Disney gets from the state government. Ron DeSantis has asked at a press conference Friday about corporate tax breaks Disney receives from the state, including what the Orlando Sentinel report would be up to $570 million in tax breaks for a new office complex the company is opening, as well as a corporate tax refund that the state is set to issue to companies in May. I don't know why it's got a .v. That's just weird. DeSantis said that while he's in favor of the state taking away privileges that are unique to Disney, those tax breaks are ones that any business would be eligible for. Insisted there are no special tax breaks that are Disney specific that we would contemplate taking away. The Florida legislature can certainly reevaluate its corporate tax policies as a whole, DeSantis said, but added, we would prefer we just treat everybody equally and not let one company have their own set of rules compared to everybody else. Democratic lawmakers in Florida have suggested DeSantis and their Republican colleagues should go after Disney's tax breaks and the state's corporate tax refunds as a whole if they're serious about cracking down on Disney's benefits from the state. DeSantis said he does support the legislator going after privileges that are really unique to Disney, such as repealing the 1967 Reed Creek Improvement Act, which established the Reed Creek Improvement District, a tax district that lets Walt Disney essentially operate its own city outside the purview of the local government. And I'm going to quickly go ahead and read what that is for anybody who doesn't know. And like always, I will have the link for the articles and for anything else that I have that I'm reading from. But we got here the Reed Creek Improvement District. In the mid-1960s, the Walt Disney Company proposed building a recreation-oriented, I don't know why I said recreation-oriented development on the 25,000 acres of property in Central Florida. The property sat in a remote area of Orange in Osceola County, so secluded that the nearest power and water lines were 10 to 15 miles away. Neither Orange nor Osceola, I don't know. I'm not good with these weird names. County had the services or the resources needed to bring the project to life. In 1967, the Florida state legislature worked with Walt Disney Company, created a special tax district called the Reed Creek Improvement District that would act with the same authority and responsibilities as the county government. Walt Disney World could then move ahead with its vision to turn 38.5 square miles of largely uninhabited pasture and swampland into global destination resort that welcomes millions of visitors every year. The new legislation said that law owners within Reed Creek Improvement District, primarily Walt Disney World, would be solely responsible for paying the cost and of providing typical municipal services like power, water, roads, fire protection, etc. Local taxpayers, meaning residents of Orange and Osceola, I don't know, County, would not have to pay for building or maintaining those services. The corporation and the corporation and commitment between the Reed Creek Improvement District and Walt Disney World Company is so strong today as it was when the district was first created in 1967. The result is an example of how a working partnership between business and government can be prosperous. I don't know. I'm not good with a lot of words. For both sides. Reed Creek Improvement District by numbers. 134 million miles of roads and 67 miles of waterways built and maintained. 250,000 daily guests, 6 to 8 minute response time for fire and EMS, 60,000 tons of water managed, 30 tons of aluminum, paper, steel, cardboard, plastic recycled every year, 22,800 water samples collected by RCID scientists from 1,500 locations on the property for testing every year, 90,000 analysis conducted to make sure that the water quality meets or exceeds state and national standards. Water drains from the south of the district generally cleaner when it enters the Reed Creek at its northern end, and 2,000 vendors, suppliers, and contractors used to provide high-level public services for visitors. So that's basically just a rundown of what that is, what the Reed Creek thing is. But yeah, so they apparently benefit from a lot of different things. They basically can run their area in their own way, separate from the actual government. So basically, they would then have to follow the state laws, which would probably end up hurting them. But let's go ahead and get back to the article. The governor said there's a whole host of stuff the legislator could look at in relation to Disney, and it was up to them to decide. But he thinks it's right to be looking at this and really reevaluating it. See, where is it? We want to know how many efforts to punish Disney will actually pay out. State Rep Spencer Roach, Republican, tweeted Wednesday, the legislator have met multiple times about the possibility of repealing the Reed Creek Act, but whether they'll follow through with doing so remains to be seen. While it's currently paused its political donations to Florida, Disney wields a significant influence in the state legislature, giving the company's significant economic impact in Florida. Walt Disney World is the largest single-site employer in the country and brings in millions in tourism revenue and its extensive lobbying operations. It's likely to flex that influence should the GOP actually try to threaten the Reed Creek District, which, to be honest, that's another reason why they should be going after Disney, because come on, man. Like, the fact that corporations have so much power that they can influence our politics is when there's a problem, which would fundamentally shift how Walt Disney World operates by requiring the resort to get government approval for its operations. Good. If you didn't have lobbying and you didn't have a lot of influence, I think a lot of those things that have accumulated over the years would not be justifiable. DeSantis said Friday about Disney. The chief critic, Florida State Rep Anna, oh my goodness, Eskamani, Democrat, I'm not sure if I said that right, probably butchered it, don't care, who's been an outspoken critic of Florida's corporate tax refunds, tweeted Friday that DeSantis claims Disney doesn't receive any special tax benefits are just not true. Kamanmani noted the tax break Disney is receiving for its new campus, which will bring 2,000 office jobs to Florida from California, was approved through a program that's only for big businesses like Disney and only applies to 1% of all Florida businesses. I welcome legitimate conversations to stop corporate giveaways and treat everyone the same, Eskamani said. And then we got the key background. Florida Republicans have gone after Disney due to the company's opposition to HB 1557, which bans school instructions on sexual orientation or gender identity through the third grade, from K through third grade. I don't know why they don't got K on here. They just say through the third grade. And discussions about it in older grades. And if it's a manner that is not age appropriate or developmentally appropriate, while Disney has been widely criticized for not initially publicizing opposition to the bill, the company came out against it after it had already passed the state legislature and paused its political donations after its past donations to the bill sponsor came up under scrutiny. After DeSantis signed the bill into law, Disney came out with a sharp statement saying the bill should never have been passed, and its goal as a company is for this law to be repealed. Yeah, and I hate to break it to anybody, but the only reason they're going after this now is because the woke mob is going after them. Okay? Because if they really cared that much, they would have stopped it before it even got to be signed by DeSantis. But anyways, law to be repealed by the legislature or struck down in the courts. That set off Republicans' rage against Disney, with DeSantis saying the statement crossed the line and multiple Republican state lawmakers returning Disney's donations to them in response. So yeah, that's all of that. But yeah, I personally think Disney really needs to stay in their lane. They're a theme park. That's what they need to do, and that's what they need to continue to do. And to be honest, the company is garbage at this point anyway. They don't produce anything good. They just buy everybody else's stuff, because they're not good at making new movies. And then when they do make new movies, they're so woke and so cringy, it's just hard to watch them. So, but yeah, that's just what's going on there. I think this whole thing is crazy, and to be honest, I think all these large corporations need to be out of our lives. They shouldn't have this much control. So, but anyways, let me know what you think in the comments below. I always like to know what people think, depending on what platform this is on. Some of them might have comment sections, some of them don't. But for the ones that do, please let me know what you think. I definitely like to know. Hit like if you like this episode. It really helps with the algorithm to get this out to more people. Also, don't forget to follow if you want to see more of my stuff. And I will be working on a new format for people watching YouTube, where it won't be me per se, but it will be a character that will be like me kind of thing. People will see when I come out with that. And as always, I will leave my links down below for my Etsy store, my Teespring, and my Patreon if you'd like to join those. Join my Patreon. I got lots of cool stuff on there. And I got my Teespring, got lots of awesome designs that I make on there. And my Etsy, as always, I do lots of 3D printing. I do vinyl stickers and stuff, more. But anyways, thank you for listening. I really appreciate it. I'm DJ Batman. And I'll see you next time. Peace out.